Hi guys, I'm going to turn around and look at my face so you can actually see my face. This will be probably the first video you see my face. So hi. I'm going to talk a little bit, so I'm going to put it on my face because I think it's really weird to be talking to hear my voice but I have the camera pointing into blank space. So I'm going to go have a quick tour around my craft area slash bedroom slash library slash gym. Because I didn't give a little bit of context. I live in Singapore, which is like a small, tiny island south of Peninsular Malaysia, and because we're such a small, tiny island that fits in so many people, like 6 million people, our houses are really, really small, and so we don't really have the luxury of like a craft space or a sewing room or stuff like that, and everything of those sorts are fit into a single room. So this is my room. So I'm gonna like switch it over. I'm gonna cover the camera a bit so that when I fling the camera over 180 degrees, like half of you wouldn't have like epilepsy fit or something. Okay, so here we are. So this is my craft area. The previous video took 30 minutes and that's just not possible to upload into YouTube. Probably take 2 days or something. Yeah, so you see right behind that, those are actually windows, and those are the grills for the windows. What I did was I hung my storage solution, if you will, onto my window grills. My windows can still actually open, so there's no big issue with that. But like in Singapore, if we have very low how do I put that, floor space, the only way to keep stuff is to go up, right? So yeah, so this is the solution I came up with. A lot of these solutions, like the baskets, the grills, all these come from Daiso. This came from one of the hardware stores below my house, and yeah, so going to give a quick tour. Also some of the things I have. Embellishments, I tend to keep my Christmas stuff Christmas stuff separate because I work with them like 25% of a year. When it hits say September, I'll start working on stuff, and the projects can last all the way until December and sometimes January, depends how long I procrastinate on my projects. But so because I'm going to work such a long part of the year on them, right, I decided to put Christmas stuff in separate areas. So embellishments of Christmas stuff there. Mediums, some stuff that older stuff which I alter, like Prima flowers that I used to stuff a couple of them in there, but actually now I keep my flowers in a separate area. Embellishments, mediums like deco art, folk art paint, Mod Podge, whatever. These from IKEA, they are like these things in which you hold stuff in them. I think they were supposed to hold like things like forks and spoon and hung in the kitchen, but whatever. I put like my scissors, my rulers in there, and that is also from IKEA as well. I think different series came in different shapes. I keep all my wood veneer stuff there. Here is also okay, without all the things there, it's actually just this little shelf unit which I also got from a hardware store below my place, and it's from a place called Japan Home, where you sell like home storage stuff. These clear boxes, plastic boxes, are from there as well. I like to keep my things such that I can actually see what's inside them. I don't have to guess, if especially this is the purpose of this section of the craft area. So some old stamps which I sometimes stick to do like a lot of mixed media projects. Mediums like embossing powders, fragments for some pandas, embossing powder, 13 Arts acrylic paints, I keep them here. This 13 Arts is a Polish company that does like scrapbooking and mixed media products. Just like a Tim Holtz found relative stuff. Yeah, and more embossing powders behind that. Yeah, 6x6 paper pads, and these are Christmas 6x6 paper pads. So Christmas paper pads here. Some of my older solutions from metal embellishments, which I've now just more conveniently chuck into like a bigger plastic area because there's just way too many. But these was my older solutions and I just left it as is. Pomri stamp maker, I actually haven't tried this out. This is from Casio. It's a new stamp making solution.
prior to that, I think the only two that were in the market was one by Martha Stewart, and the other one was like this. Can't remember what it was, but they were stamp making solutions for clear stamps, and those were slightly traumatic from what I hear, because of how much steps is required for you to actually make a clear stamp. And so this is like a completely different sort of approach. But I haven't tried it, so I'll probably do a review one of these days. Yeah, my InkPads solutions. So storage solution. So this is actually a Jenna box, storage box from IKEA. IKEA. Just realized there's many ways to pronounce that. I'm not Swedish, so I wouldn't know. So they actually are these boxes. They are divided into 12 cells in which you put stuff in them. But instead of putting it as a box, I put it like it up against on its side, so it becomes upright. And I created more things to split the box up even further using corrugated plastic, and then create more slits. And then I did and modified this such that it can be used as a solution. Jennifer Maguire has a commercial solution so rather Jennifer Maguire uses a commercial solution, and she has a link. You just Google it or YouTube and search it out. But there's no way I could afford that, because the shipping to Singapore would just cost me a bomb, and there's also no space. So this was the best I could come up with, and I thought I'm quite proud of myself because I modified this. So this is really good, especially if you want to be able to see the colors of your stamp pads. I'm going to do swatches for my Distress inks, which are here. My Brilliance inks are here. StazOn, Archival, Colorbox, VersaFine, Versamark, and my Hero Arts Kaleidoscope is there. Left some space because I'm going to be getting in some Cyril Calico Color Theory stamp pads, which is actually with my friend. I have not gone down and collected from her yet, so it's terrible of me because we couldn't get our schedules to work together. It's terrible. So busy, right? And having your stamps laid out in stamp pads laid out in this way encourages you to use the colors that you don't usually use. The previous problem that I had was I stacked up my pads, and then it was just impossible to know what was under another one, and I simply just go for the ones that I remember and is familiar with, and it's not really a good way to use up your supplies. The A6 size clear stamps, which I put them into this sleeves. So I think different countries each have their own way of acquiring this plastic thingy, so I'm sure there are ways to get that. Otherwise, I think Simon Says Stamps actually have that solution. And I saw this from Jennifer Maguire's website, and I thought this is great because this is one of the few ways in which you actually lay out your stamps so that you actually use them. Otherwise, your clear stamps are just once again going to be stored somewhere, and you'll never see the light of day. So I'm going to scoot over to my left and my right. You will see my library. So this is like my library. I keep some of my scrapbooking stuff here as well as some places in which they keep soft copy of particular images and stuff, which I bought off bookstores a long time ago. And this are where I actually keep books. But because books have different sizes, so most of the books actually can rest inside. I use them as display places for my art projects as well. Scoot over to my table. We'll try and cover this in 2 minutes. This carousel thing is where it was initially marketed as a place of storage of cosmetics, which I don't use clearly. So these are where I keep a lot of my distress stains, distress paints, glues, mediums, and whatnot. Those that come in a smaller bottle. These are washi tapes, and those are spools of baker's twine or different hem twine and stuff like that, and both these solutions come from Daiso. I'm sure there's Daiso in US. I think they entered it into the US soil about 2 years ago. Okay, these are metallic drawers from IKEA where I keep like my stamping stuff in there. Here where I keep my wooden stamps, I keep them in this metallic box first, and then I slot them into like the different drawers. As well as some of my steel dies for Sizzix. I put some there. My paper trimmer is there. Some of these contain my punching tools and stuff like that. Yep, I'm gonna screw it over, and here's just storage of general stuff. I'm gonna screw it over. My printer is there at the corner of your eye. The bags which I'm too lazy to manage and keep them, but I will. My film camera products are in here, so my film and stuff I actually throw in a few like desiccants just to prevent things from like disintegrating inside, but it's a bit hard. I actually don't have like a camera cooler sort of thing. There's just no space. I keep my rubber stamps, cling stamps here. Those that already come in like boxes, I keep them in this. They are like, I'm gonna show you guys what those look like. Okay, I'm on my bed right now. So they are like these pockets where put stuff inside, and these are great solutions as well for how to store like your cling stamps, because they tend to take up a lot of space if you leave them just in the packaging. Because every company have their own random stamp. Okay, apologize for this because whoa, I'm trying to put it back. But doing things in one hand is crazy. And I kind of twisted my left hand a little bit during Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, so this is actually my solution for storing thin dies. Kind of want to show you guys how that looks like. So I'm on my process of destashing a lot of these things. Oops, destashing a lot of these things. So yeah, I'm gonna have to rearrange that later, but a lot of my thin dies are in here from like different brands like Spellbinders, this Project Live, no idea where this is from, Hero Arts, or from different places. They're all in here, and this is a great way of storing thin dies. These are metallic sheets, $2 from Daiso again, and they're just great ways of storing it. And because this particular file is interesting, it's actually side loading rather than top loading, so regardless of the direction of where I place my file, nothing will come out. So like different things that I have, like I think this is lawn fawn. I could be wrong, but yeah, Spellbinder, Team Poets and stuff. So the thin dies, this makes a really good solution. And you see how small it is? I can keep actually a lot of thin dies in here. It's a little bit heavy, so okay, I'm now using my bad hand to try and store this. Okay, and then it goes right in here into this cube storage solution. It's great. In here are actually my embossing folders. So I keep my embossing folders in this tiny little paper folders. They are actually plastic folders, and I keep them in these things so that I can see what they are. The previous time I kept them in boxes was terrible. Like when I want to find a particular embossing folder, I can't because there's just too many of them. I keep my stencils in this thing. So this I got from Tokyo Hands. Tokyo Hands is like another Japanese storage / stationery shop. Sells a lot of like the washi tapes and stuff. And I keep my stencils in brands here. Some from Typo, Hero Arts, Plaid, Tim Holtz is here somewhere. And so they sort by brands, and those that are not voluminous enough to form like their own section, they go into like this miscellaneous section here. Some mediums and stuff. I keep also some other 8x8 paper pads and those of weird sizes inside here. My 6x6 non-Christmassy ones that will be in this little origami boxes, also from Daiso, and some more in this plastic box there. That keeps all my other stuff from, say, cardstock, watercolor papers that are here, some canvases. Here is how I keep my 12x12 papers. They are like kept in this what do you call it? trays of sorts, and I actually differentiate and keep them in this plastic, the plastic wrapping that your 12 by 12 papers come in when you go to like local scrapbooking stores, and so I keep them there and differentiate them into like themes, brands, and stuff. And this entire stack is for Christmas. Like they have their own stack. Yeah, so this is where I keep my Christmas stamps. Yeah, so regardless whether or not they are clear or they are cling stamps or rubber stamps and what. So I keep my Christmas stuff separate for the same reason, as I mentioned before. Genius platform with some other of the other Sizzix accessories. 12 by 12 stencils are here as well. This is the one by Rolanda Pelazzari Designs. Yeah, so they're kind of fun. Scorpel is there. I don't use my Scorpel very much. I'm probably going to just destash that soon. My Sizzix Big Kick Vintage Big Kick. It works like a Big Shot anyway, so there's no difference. What's different is that the platforms are separate into separate units, which is different from, say, the Big Shot, which comes in like this flap thing. Yeah. So that's the only difference between this and the current Big Shot. It's probably the same thing. Yeah. Gonna scoot this over to one of my wardrobes. So the left wardrobe that I have, besides keeping a lot of this random stuff, including like a gi. Yeah. This solution is from IKEA. Kind of this metallic trays, and it fit nicely into my wardrobe. Paper flowers, cloth, some already done minis are like in here and here. Envelopes, paper bags are in here. I keep a lot of them here, as well as like chipboard and stuff, and see toilet rolls for things for making mini albums. Old books for altering, like the Prima, like old clock for altering as well. Some wooden pieces are in here behind there as well, and packaging material to send things out. And these are like random stuff that I need to put them somewhere. So when you close it, no one can ever tell. It's so messy inside. My Cameo is actually on my... I keep them up there in the top one because I rarely use it. If I do use it, I use like it for to pre-cut a lot of things that I go. So that is a solution that I can still do. The wall of where I keep my stuff, so whenever I open my room, I actually feel a little bit happier because I see this nice little artwork that I've done, and I feel happy about myself. And this is my bed. So this is a proximity of my craft area to my bed. That blank area there is where sometimes I put my laptop. It's outside now because I'm like I went to the living room to study. And yeah, that's my room. Oh yeah, and as you can see, what I'm sitting on is actually a gym bench, so this is also my gym. My weights are under my bed. So yeah, so this is my craft area / gym / library / whatever you want to call it, room. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope I gave some ideas on how you can do some kind of storage solution. Yeah, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.